Hey, this L203 Ghetto Reactions, and I'm back. I'm back with another video. I'm back. I know I've been gone for a long time, but now I'm back. And what else better to break out my comeback video with this FPG Duck case? Okay, now we all been watching it. We all know the niggas from Old Block been convicted. We all know the video of his murder has just been released. I'm not gonna play none of it on my channel because it was the most gruesome. I don't understand the hate that they have for that man to do that man the way they did that man. And don't get me wrong, I was the old block fan. I was block fan or the King Von. I mean, then all his songs, Lil Durk, all them niggas songs is all of them on my playlist. Many of these songs off their albums is on my playlist. So I am an old block fan. Didn't listen too much to old FBG Duck, You know what I'm saying? 63rd Street niggas. I really didn't listen too much to them. I really didn't get in really listening to them or listening to their music until he started beefing with Vaughn. But still then I still didn't really like get into their music. Another reason why I'm starting this video the way I'm starting this video is to let all the young brothers out there know walking around with these face masks on, they don't mean nothing no more. They don't mean nothing. Only thing that it helps is the victim can't identify you. But with these phones and these cameras that we wear, they don't need to see your face because everybody that knows me, my family, my friends, when I started this video, they could tell you exactly who I am. It's exactly who I am. Either it's the way that I'm talking, the way I'm moving my head, it's something they're gonna know is me. Even by this little part that's in, they're gonna know it's me. Any way it goes, they're gonna know it's me. So how the feds beat that is still by putting out the footage and even the face, even if they have a mask on, still putting all that out there. Why? Because there be somebody that knows who that is, even behind the mask. The way they moved, the way they stood, what they had on is something. Someone that knows you, either from your hood, relative, a friend, or somebody that just passes you on your block every day. They're gonna know who you are with or without this. So when they put your pictures out there, somebody don't like you or somebody that know who you are, I just want to be part of the whole situation, is gonna give you in real fast. Gonna give you in real fast. So now let's talk about this O Block FBG Duck killer. Alright. Now in the video now the footage is out. The whole thing. The whole thing. If y'all wanna see that, y'all can go jump on No Jumper. His platform got it. You know No Jumper gonna have the whole shit, no blurries, no nothing. You know he gonna do that. But anyway, you wanna see the whole thing, you go over there. I'm not gonna show none of that part. I tell you what I seen, but I'm not gonna play none of that up there, man. When I said they did that man dirty, they did him dirty. They did him. That was a straight up assassination. You can't put that no other way than how the way I just said it. Okay, let's go. For point one in the video, it shows Muwa, it shows all of them just chilling in front of the building, right? Everybody chilling, doing what normal niggas do in the hood, chilling by the buildings, or doing what they doing. But the video shows all of them chilling by the building, right? First mistake, do you know when they got the phone call where that where FPD Duck was when they got that phone call? Yo, man, my man, you should have seen people. You should have seen. It's like soon as when they got that phone call, everybody start running every which way. Boom, 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 boom. Now, another scene in the video got all of them running up the stairs real fast. Like, you couldn't write this type of shit. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it. Unbelievable stack of evidence that these guys got on them, man. They had on them. I mean, all right, boom. Got them all running upstairs after they get the phone call of where FPD Duck is, right? Check the fly shit. Now they all run up the stairs. Now they all going up the stairs. They all had blue jeans on. Some had light blue jeans on. Some had hoodies on. Some they all was just dressed different going up running up the stairs, right? I'm sorry, I gotta like this on this one because this is just this is ridiculous. This is just crazy. All right, now they got them going up the stairs, all dressed different clothes, different style of clothes or whatever. All of them. They all come running back down the same flight of stairs. Now the same flight of stairs. There was no other way to get out that building. Like, I can call every mistake that they made. There was no other way out that building. First of all of y'all should not have ran up the stairs at the same exact time, all wearing different clothes. Then all run back down the same flight of stairs in all black. Every single one of them. Running back down the same flight of stairs now, all of them in all black. All of them in all black now. All of them changed. They can't argue. Oh, how do y'all know that? How do they know that was them coming back down the same? You can't even ask that. You can't even argue that. You can't even argue that because the same manner. All y'all ran up. All of them ran upstairs is the same manner they all ran down the stairs. Now, I keep dropping shit. All right, now another camera goes to the outside cameras. Now, when they get outside, it still look funny because they still was scrambling all around, running all around, getting in the wrong cars, and I mean it just looked ridiculous. But they got them clearly getting in that gray Chrysler 300. All four of them clearly got them getting in a Ford, that black shit, right? Not only do they get all of that on camera, on video, they got them hitting every light. And they got them hitting every light on the way to where FBD Duck was. Now, I'ma set the scene. FBD Duck is standing outside right by the front door of the place that he was entering in. Right? Now you can see him standing there. You can clearly see him standing there. My thing is this right there, his mistake. That was his mistake. Let's call mistakes for what it is. The matter on who it is. All right. And I'm gonna explain myself. The reason why I say the way he was standing at that store with his back towards the street, he had to have been that comfortable to be downtown in front of a store with his back completely turned to the street. You are a drill rapper in Chicago. You was a drill rapper in Chicago. Well known drill rapper in Chicago from 63rd. Well known. We got problems with other people, not just with Old Block, but we got problems with other sets down there. But even if you did just have a problem with Old Block, to be lacking the way that he was lacking is puzzling to me. All right. Now back to the scene. The black car pulls up, slow, pulling up slow. Duck back, still turned towards the street. They pull up. A car length ahead of the car that the FBG Duck and them was supposed to have been in, parked right there where he was at least 20. If that, I'm just saying, if that was their car, okay, where FB Duck was standing at. If he was to turn around and look at the street, it was a car right here, and there was a car right here, lined up. So the car in front of the car that he would have been looking at if he turned around, the car in front of that car, the black Ford pulled up to that car. The 300 pulls up to the bumper of the car that he would have been looking at if he would have turned around and looked straight. He put up to the back bumper of that car. And the dudes in the 300 jumps out and start thumping on him. He runs behind the car that I say he would have seen that if he would have turned around. He runs behind that car to duck the shots coming from this way. But when he ducked by the car and came around, the dudes in the Ford had him. As soon as we turned to go around that way, dudes in the Ford had him. He couldn't go nowhere. Either way he go, bullets was coming. He hit, he lays down. He lay down, but he's still trying to crawl away from the gunshot. At that point, all right, let's go. Let's get up out of it. Let's get up out of it. You would think that they would be at that point. Yo, let's get up out of here. Boom, boom, everybody go jump back. No, 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 no. These boys stood over him. Hit him more. Right up over him. Hit him more. Then everybody starts scrambling back to their car. Now, the dudes in the black car, they had to run up. They had to move a little bit faster, and they had to run a little bit more towards their car because when they went in front of that car, they got out the car and went around through the front to where they was on the sidewalk. So when the 300 hit from the street side where they walking up, I would see in that moment where he would think getting in between them cars because the shells is coming from this way, shots coming from this way. The shots didn't even ring from this way yet. That's the crazy part. The shots didn't ring from this way yet. When they got between the cars and they seen when they got in between the cars, that shut off the sight for them in the 300. But it opened up the sight for the ones that was in the Ford because they had clear shots of them walk right up to them. Everybody scrambles off, run off, jumps in the car and leave. To me, all of them had to been on a crash out mentality at that whole time. And check this out: they got the same 300 and the same Ford on every light going back to O Block. Every light going back to O Block. Now they get a block away from the O Block. Police car follows them, trails them down the street and into O Block. The cops was right behind them, followed them into the project, right, and followed them into O Block. When that 300 pulled in that spot, the police pulled in the parking lot right behind them. But all of them jumps out the car, and they didn't run. They jumps out. Everybody jumps out the car and walk. Some made a beeline towards the building, and some just walked off down the other end of the parking lot. The cop got back in his car, backed up, turned up, pulled out. The cops, listen to me, when they killed FBG Duck, they sent FBG Duck up. On their way back to Old Block, before they got to Old Block, the cops got behind them and started following them all the way into the parking lot to where when they parked, the cop pulled up right behind them. All of them got out the car and just politely walked away again to walk into the building. The other two just creeped on down the sidewalk to the other end of the parking lot. Cops didn't stop them. Cops didn't say nothing, nothing. He had them right there. They just committed the biggest, most brazenest murder in Chicago history. And the cops was right behind them, right until they got into the projects. And then pull right up behind their car. Pull up right behind their car. And then just got out of his car. But by the time he got out of his car, they wasn't moving. They wasn't running, but they was moving fast enough. So by the time he got out his car, it would have been no sense for him to say, "Yo, come here, yo, come here, come here, come here." It would have been no need for that. It would have been no need for that because again, to broke into the building, to broken in, not running, but moving. Unbelievable. Unbelievable video. Unbelievable video. And it's like if you into that type of shit, you want to see that shit. I told you where to go. No to no jumper. I don't even mean to plug them like that, but go to no jumper. You know out of everybody on YouTube, he would be the one that shows it right out, shows everything. So it had to been a crash out. Are they was that thirsty for money? That was they were that thirsty for what was put on his head. It was like I don't grasp the concept of doing all of that. And then on top of that, you would think if you would think really, come on, let's think about this. You just did some brazen bullshit that you know 9 times out of 10 of the niggas in that town and that whole city ain't gonna do, right? You get away, get back to the motherfucking projects, everything you good, everything good. They go by, nobody getting picked up, they investigating. Everybody good for right now. Why would you practically promote that you committed this crime? Boss Top, if you go back to the video where they was interviewing them and they all was in the parking lot and they asked Boss Top the question about asked the question about Duck, you know Duck. And his exact words was nah gang. All I have to say is don't say that shit about Troy. Or that's I mean, if that wasn't the most self snitching, I mean, if self snitching part of this whole case, of this whole dynamic, of this whole thing that went down, that was the most brazenest part of snitching of this whole case. That and the words, the lyrics to Muap breakout song. Nigga from 63rd couldn't get back up. Blah blah blah. We had a mass up. I mean, come on. They practically helped, along with the internet, practically helped the cop and the feds crack this case. Um, Even if they didn't do the self snitching, they was getting they was gonna go anyway. They was gonna get locked up anyway. They was gonna get caught anyway because they did too many wrong moves in that to do such a crazy act. To do such a crazy act, it was no skill, no timing, no thinking it out. It just wasn't no thinking it out. It was just when they got the call, start scrambling, ran upstairs, got dressed up in all black. Everybody ran upstairs with different clothes on, came back down the same flight of stairs, practically together. Clearly see the 300 and the Ford. Clearly see them two cars. You clearly see the 300 parked in the yard. You can clearly see four. out of the men that ran down those flights of stairs with all black on, jump in that 300 in that Ford. But the part of the video I seen, I'm gonna go back and look. I only seen the 300. Gets them jumping in the 300, getting them leaving, getting them on every lights on the way to the murder. Same cars pull up at the murder scene. Same cars pull up where the incident happened at. Them same cars after being seen on all them lights on the way back to O Block. Excuse me. It's getting tired. Same dudes with all black on that ran down the stairwell that was in front of the building before going up the stairs to change their clothes. And again, I am an O Block fan. Yes, I am. I'm an O Block fan. I love the music that came out of O Block. King Von was one of my favorite rappers out of Chicago. I could have did that way, way. Not condoling killing nobody, not condoling doing that, but that could have been done a lot less careless than it was. You got his family losing him, ain't gonna never see him again. That's a life gone. And you got the old Block Five. One couldn't even one couldn't even take the pressure. He had to off. He had to do what he did. Everybody know what he did. Off, you know what I'm saying? Off the self. That pressure, that constant playback drove him to end his own life. Strange, strange, strange chain of events. Strange change of events. It was done with such careless for human life that if they played that in court, well, they did play it in court, but that right there would have been enough to convict them wholeheartedly for the simple fact how grazing and gruesome that was. That was a gruesome shooting, man. That I don't. No human being should go out like that. I don't think no human being should go out like that. Do it and do not to nobody mama, nobody grandmama, nobody sister, none of that. Just some talking on the radio. I mean, just some talking in his music and in his video and in his interviews. Was that enough to kill that man like that in such a careless and gruesome way? I don't. I think not. Sad, 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 sad. Now, Oblak done. Oblak is done. All the main has, even the main has that wasn't that big in Oblak or in social media eyes. It's done. Unless they got a whole new breed coming up. And then who gonna go and help them out? Who gonna go and help the following little ones that's still out there that can spit bars? The arrest and conviction of these five gentlemen plant the hammer in the nail that put the in the O block. So even in death, he shut down O block. Don't make no sense, man. It really don't make no sense, and it's really sad. And it's really sad that them same dudes that just got convicted of this shit got younger heads in O block that looked it up to them and try to want to follow in their footsteps. I hope them young men see the outcome of that. This L203 Ghetto Reactions, and I'm back. And I'm back with much more videos to come. I'm back into it. I'm also still on my Twitch at L203 Ghetto Reactions. Sad chain of events. Ending, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Until the next video. I'm out.